Let me introduce myself. My name is Chedozo Nuko. Yeah, I'm Demomog residential advisor for the
Barrister Joy Idroyin Walmore. I'm a legal practitioner practicing here in Akwa Ibom State.
All right, so you've been here with us. This is the first time of engaging with Indemomog.
This is actually my first time.
All right, so
yes.
From today's event, which dwells more on women in Extractive, we're looking at gender, women inclusion in the PIA, the gender perspective.
Yes.
So from this this event today, what is your take away?
Okay, I've learned, I've reinforced my knowledge that about the petroleum industry trust fund, 3% host community trust fund that has been set aside by the Petroleum Industry Act for the host communities. So what I've learned today is that women should advocate to have a share in that trust fund. Women deserve to have a share in the trust fund because women are impacted by the activities of the petroleum industry. They are impacted by activities of oil producing companies, etc., etc. So we women should advocate to have a share in that trust fund.
All right, that's good. So you are now, as a legal person, from what you said now, what do you think you can do differently? How do you think you can best engage the women in your constituents or within your area or your purview? What do you think you can do as a legal person from the information you've been able to garner today from this event?
First of all, I can create awareness for women in my constituency about the existence of this 3% host community trust fund, because some women are not even aware that there's something like that under the Petroleum Industry Act. So as a lawyer, I can tell them about the provisions of the law and how they can also benefit from this provision. I can also use my position as a lawyer to advocate through research, through legal writings, research papers in reputable journals, advocate for women, how women should benefit from this host community trust fund.
Okay, now thank you so much. That's a nice one. So outside the women that are learned, because I'm still here talking from learned platform or background, what do you think you can do with the women in the community that are not lettered? Okay. How do you think is best as a legal person to engage them on the provisions of this act, the PIA? Looking at that women, from the event today, women bear the brunt, both economically, livelihood-wise, health-wise, environmental-wise, pollutions and the rest. Everything is more on the woman. So what do you think you can do to educate that woman that knows her life is buried in fishery? She goes to that river to get fish, and the river now is polluted, there's no fish anymore. Or the woman going to the farm, whose farmland has been polluted by spills. What do you think you can do for those women to let them understand that, yeah, there's a provision in the act that set aside some funds for you, and we can help you to increase or amplify your voice for you to benefit from the provisions that have been made by the PIA.
Okay, I can reach those women. I can organize sensitization campaigns to reach the women, to talk to them about these provisions. Then I can organize them into a group where they can have a voice more, to speak to the people at the forefront to help them get those benefits. Okay,
then it will interest you to know that in your community, Indemomog has what we call the shadow budget group.
Okay.
That we have been engaging with, and also we have a group of women in the Extractive that's already championing this cause.
Okay.
So it would be nice for you to see a way of identifying such women, and also see a way you can marry your thoughts with them. So that's by the way. Now, what word do you have on Indemomog?
Wow, I'm excited about this initiative. I'm very much happy to be associated with them. I'm so encouraged that there are a group of people who are so concerned about the plight of women and how to move the concerns of women forward. So kudos to them.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah. So can we get to know you?
My name is Edidio Efiom. I was invited here by Demumo, and I'm happy to be here. I am a guardian counselor.
All right. So We're happy to have you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
So from today's event, the capture of the event, the title of the event has to do with women in extractive, then gender justice for women under the PIA, Post Community Development Fund. So from this title, what and what are your takeaway? What did you garner from today's interactive section, the roundtable section?
Okay. From the topic we had today, I got to know that there's a percentage of this budget that it's supposed to be allocated to the women, the gender women, that it is not supposed just to be for men. It's also supposed to be for women. A certain percentage is to be allocated to the women. So it was a really interesting part for me to also understand that there is a section in the law that talks about this engagement, and that this engagement needs to be project based, not money we take home, sit down, eat, buy pepper soup, make our hair, make our nails, but it is supposed to be project based. And that's one part that I really get to take home today.
All right, so what interests me more is now the area you mentioned that there is a percentage for women. Now, I'm happy you've been able to know that there is a provision like that in the PIA.
Okay.
So what do you intend to do leaving this place with the knowledge that you've garnered?
Okay. Well, like we've learned today, that what you don't know, you'll be made use of. So I'm going to also make sure that the women learn from what I have learned. I am also going to educate them. I'm also going to let them know that if there is any pipeline passing through this community, you are supposed to be benefiting from it. And if there is any oil drilling company around this community, you are to be benefiting from it. And this is a way you can go about benefiting. If for any reasons they've been cheating you all this while, you have a right to write a petition so that you can benefit from the project that is going on in the community.
All right. Yeah, writing petition is good. But over the period, we've got to understand that working solely, alone, most of the times you're going to hit brick wall. Luckily, Ndebumong have an existing women group in the community. We have the Shadow Budget Women Group. Also, we have a women group that are in the extractive sector. So it would be nice for you to affiliate and partner with this existing group. We believe that the louder the voice is, the better for us. The more voices we have on this issue, the better for us.
Faster.
Now, the last question I'm going to ask you is this. Do you feel that the women should be aggressive in demanding for their equity, for their rights, or there are better ways of doing this?
Yeah. I think there are better ways of doing it, because you may be fighting and you will never win. Fighting, we've learned today that when communities fight over things like this, it ends up claiming lives and they may never succeed. So we are going to affiliate with the women of Ndemumok in the community to have a better guide on how to go about this.
All right, thank you so much. So what is your word for Ndemumok?
Wow, it's an eye-opener for me. I didn't know there was an organization that exists called Ndemumok. They've done a big work in my life and in the life of others who have participated in this event. I know quite well that what they have embedded in us is going to go into the society. And I want to say more grace to their elbows. I want to pray that God gives them the enablement to train more women, more and more, empower them and give them the knowledge that they need to take into the community so that they can change their community for a better. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Get to meet you.
My name is Ekete Simon.
All right.
I'm from a local government area, 506.
Okay, ma'am. So it's nice to have you. So from today's roundtable section that dwells on women in extractive, we're looking at gender equity for host community under the PIA provision. From what you learned today, what are your take-home or your takeaway?
My take-home talk was when they emphasize on women's rights, right of a woman, right in the society, right in the government, right even in the family, right in the church. In various environments, they touches so much points, which I benefited a lot from it.
All right. So from this that you've learned today, are you going to keep knowledge to yourself?
I will I keep it to
Or
myself.
will you use it to you will use it like eat a pancake? What do you intend to do with this knowledge?
I can never keep it to myself. Never. What will I benefit if I keep it to myself? I keep on telling people about Nepomuk. I keep on, and I will keep on saying it. For the fact that I'm here, I want others to come and learn from it. It's a very big lesson. It's a very big society. It's a very big group in which, had it been half of the women in Nigeria gotten the knowledge that we got from Nepomuk, Nigeria will be in a very better position. Because we women, we are the organizers. We are the one that govern the home. We are the one that pilots the affairs of the family. I know we can do better.
All right. So from what you've said now, how do you intend to engage the women? Is it through church, town hall, market? How do you want to engage?
For instance, I normally engage them, especially in my workplace, especially when I get to the church. Once I have meeting with, you know women now, we normally have gathering. In such places, I normally discuss with them, this is where I belong, this is what they are doing here, this is the teaching that I've been going through every day once I attend a program with the monk people. That you people should at least come and hear from it too. So that maybe our next generation, they will not repeat the same mistake that our mothers did. Because during their time, they thought women should be in the other room alone. Not until that we that just learned the information that we are not supposed to be in the other room alone, we should come out and speak. We should just A up. So that's just it.
So what word do you have on Nepomuk?
Wow. I don't just know what to say. For the fact that my first time of sitting with the Royal Highnesses in Nigeria, it was a very wholesome privilege for me. I have never been with such people before. To be very frank, sitting with them today, discussing with them, interacting with them, as my father, I have a great benefit. I'd like to say thank you. May our CEO continue to grow in wisdom. I know he's taking us somewhere, which I've said it before. I know one day he will help us to sit with the president. He will help us to sit with the governors. He will help us to sit with the top people in this country. I said, may God bless him. May God bless also all the organizers. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Meet you.
Okay, my name is Unyime Kudia. I work with Women and Children Foundation. It's a non-governmental organization that has its locations in Uyo and Eket. So our work is to advance the rights of women and children. We give them information that will help them to access their basic rights. Thank you.
All right. So from today's event, what are your take-homes? What and what did you learn that interests you the more? Like the topic says, roundtable discussion on gender justice for host communities and PIA provision.
Okay, so first of all, I learned about the Petroleum Industry Act, and I also learned that it has provisions that can help develop the communities. And if we are not aware as women of these provisions, we can't even access it. So as a woman, I have learned today to advocate for the provisions of the PIA to be provided by the industries, the oil companies in my communities for the women. At least 1% of the 3% that is supposed to be allocated to the communities should be allocated strictly for women development. That's for me is a take home today. And as I'm returning back as a woman who represented my community, who represented my organization, I wish, and I'm beginning to talk to people. So I will organize a town hall meeting where I will disseminate the same information that I have heard here to other women. By so doing, I will be able to gather people with like minds and conduct my advocacy. And of course, I believe that truly we are going to achieve our objective.
Thank you for making my work easier by answering two questions with one stretch answer. Now, what is your statement? What word do you have on Ndebumok?
Okay. I really appreciate Ndebumok, led by the CEO, who is also a royal father, first for giving us women the opportunity to come to learn, to sit and talk one-on-one with the royal fathers that we would never have met without an opportunity like this. I pray may God continue to grant Ndebumok their heart desires, give them more funding to support and advance women's rights in Nigeria.
I'm from Ikotukobo in Surukum local government. I'm happy to be in this program for the first time. So I learned a lot. Had it been that I was not able to attend it, I would have felt bad. So for me to have the opportunity to meet with His Royal Majesties from different states, it's a pleasure to me. I thank God so much because I've learned a lot today. I have learned that women should not be left behind, that men should carry women along in whatever that they are doing, because if there is no head, neck, if there is no head, neck, there is no neck. Women have so many vital roles to play in a community that they should give women an opportunity to express themselves. So I have learned so many things today. Maybe by next time, if I will be opportune to attend this program again, I will learn so many and more things from it.
All right.
Thank
so
you.
From the ones you've learned now, what do you think you can do with that knowledge that you've garnered from this event? Like the title of the event is Women in
Extractive.
Yeah, Gender Justice for Community, Post-Community Development Trust Fund. Now, what do you think you can do with the knowledge once you leave this place?
Once I leave here, I will put it in practice. I will try to involve myself in anything in the community that they are doing. So because I can be a voice in my community, I will carry people along. I will carry others, women along with me. So I can never leave anybody behind.
So what are you going to tell them?
So actually, I will tell them that it's good for a woman to be active. Makanoko, from the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Welfare.
I have your number.
I'm the
I sent it to
OVC
you on
desk officer
WhatsApp.
and
I
also
think
the
it was
gender-based violence desk officer.
Oh, it was him?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, ma. You just attended a colloquium organized by them. How do you assess the colloquium?
I would say it was quite engaging and very interesting. In fact, when I got the invite, I was like, what is it all about? But when I came, I saw a different thing, because anything that has to do with women in the society, in the community level, even at household, is very important. So when I came, I saw a different environment. I saw so many intellectual or intelligent people giving their speeches, and I got so many things back At least I know going back I'll be able to go and explore. I'll go take my report back to my ministry, to my commissioner, and to my permanent secretary, who actually asked me to be here today.
Okay, so what can you say is your takeaway?
Okay, I would say my feedback and my take home is that gender equity is very important. Our women are our pride. Our women, without women, we cannot do anything. So I'm taking back the fact that women at the community level are going to be empowered. So that's my take home point.
Any word for the more?
Yeah, especially His Royal Highness. I never knew he was such an intelligent man, and I'm privileged to meet with him today. So I'm trying to, or what I can tell them is that they're doing a very great job, and I'm privileged to be in their midst. And I promise that as a partner from today and from now henceforth, I'm going to make sure I support them. And I must say I'm very proud of them.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
I am Ekaima Sunday John from Ona,
Ona is
a local government in Akwa Ibom State.
you just attended the meeting organized by the more. What can you say about it?
The meeting is nice. In fact, it has bring light to women. As a representative from Ona, I hope I will be able to gather women in Ona and show them more light about the group and the project they have at hand towards women.
All right. So what will you say is your takeaway from this meeting?
What do you say?
What will you say is your takeaway from this meeting? What did you learn from it?
I've learned to organize women, show them light on how for them to come up through Niger Delta project of the 3% given to them. I will be able to install women or to show them or to let them know or to throw more light to them. Most of them don't know that they can rise to a certain position, not through the other side of it, but focusing on where they are from what they are suffering from, or the challenges they have at hand. Looking at the environment very well, mostly the Niger Delta areas, including Ona, we are suffering there as women. We cultivate, we don't have hills. You plant cassava, you can't harvest it with good yields. Because of what? Our soil is being polluted. Our area is being polluted. The zinc, the oxygen we breathe is being contaminated. We are suffering disease here and there. With this, women can rise to a certain position that they can fight for their rights or enhance their life with other things to better them up. That's what I've learned.
Thank you. Do you have any word for the organizers of the meeting?
The organizers have done very well to dream and to make their dream come true, to involve women in this group. I thank them so much because what they have done really shows that they can help women in any angle, or the women can arise on their feet. Even if the man of the house is not there to take care of them, they can as well stand on their feet and do better for their families.
Thank you.
Thank you also.
Slaudombo,
From
Aba local government in Akwa Ibom State.
welcome.
Thank you.
You just attended the meeting organized by Debmore.
Yes.
The meeting focuses on incorporating women into the PIA trust fund. Do you think it's worthwhile asking for women to be part of that process?
Certainly right.
Okay.
In fact, I consider it so pertinent.
Okay.
And even after leaving this place, any woman that has been opportune to attend this meeting should be able to spread the news wide world for the benefits of other women in the rural area and of course the urban.
So what can you say is your takeaway from the meeting?
From even by my participation, what I can take away, just as my question has been thrown at the Royal Majesty, he for she, in his last presentation,
it is of importance that as I go back home, I get to reach out to my chiefs in my senatorial districts, that they are aware of what is on ground within the Niger Delta, as far as I am one of the participants here, and of course a member of the ABAC shadow budget group, that they should enhance the interests of women to be aware of what has been on ground within the Niger Delta.
So what you're saying is that part of your takeaway is influencing and the advocacy. Now, do you think including women in the PIA implementation will make any difference? Including women in the PIA implementation, do you think it can make any difference?
To me, it is based on individualization, that within the women in the PIA, it all depends whether an individual who must have attended this meeting has been vested while all the programs has been availed to us in the right listening ear, to have taken weight or what to also give out to other women within the society.
So what will you say to the organizers of the meeting?
It's a very big thank you and a round of applause. Though I may not do it alone here, I want to